Hi, my name is Erica Castillo. I'm with IT Services. Today I'm going to show you how to log into Office 365. Not only can you log into Office 365 and have access to all the available apps, but you can also install Office 365 on your personal device. First off, you want to go to coastalbend.edu. Notice how I have that in my URL. Then you want to click on Office 365. You want to go ahead and click use another account. You're going to type in your student email here. Your student email will be your last name, the last 4 digits of your social security number. The domain is at study.coastalbend.edu. You do have to have the at study.coastalbend.edu to log on. Your password will be your student ID number. Then you'll click sign in. It will take you to your Office 365 account. Notice on the right side it says install Office 2016. This install is available to all our students. CBC has purchased a license for you so that you can install it on your personal devices. So, for instance, if you purchase the laptop and you don't have Office installed on that laptop, you can install Office 365 on your laptop or tablet, or even you can even download apps on your phone. You would just click on the Install Office 2016. Then you would find whatever device you want to install it on, whether it be a Windows, a Mac, a tablet, or a specific phone. You would have to go to your app store. So if you have an Apple phone, you would go to the Apple store. If you have just a regular smartphone, you would go to Google Play or whatever app store you usually go onto on your phone. It's going to take you step by step in installing. Very, very easy. It will ask you to sign in. Be sure when you're signing in that you do click on a work account or school account. You don't want to click on the personal account because it's not your personal account. It is your school account. So when you click on that, it's going to ask you to type in your email and your password, and it will be the exact same email that you logged in to get into this account and the exact same password. Email is your last name, the last 4 digits of your social security number at study.coastalbend.edu, and your password is going to be your student ID number. So you do have available all these apps for you to use. I'm going to go through a few of the apps that I really think that will benefit you in school and in your personal life. One app I do want to point out is the Mail app. This is probably one of the more important apps that you are going to be needing to check on a regular basis, because this is the way the college will be interacting with you. So, for instance, financial aid, if they need to contact you, they're going to be sending emails to your student email. Business office, if they need to contact you, any department of CBC is going to contact you through your CBC student email. And this Mail app is just like any other email system that you might use, whether it be Google Chrome, whether it might be Gmail or a Yahoo account. It's the same concept. You have your inbox, you have your sent items. If you click more, it will drop down all the different folders that you have. Notice that I have created 2 folders. I created an English 1301 and an English 1302. You can create as many folders as you want. Organize your inbox the way you would like your inbox to be organized. And to create a folder, you would just click on the plus, type in the folder's name, and hit enter, and then you will create your own folder. You can also create subfolders underneath those folders by right-clicking on the folder and then create a subfolder. Notice that I created a 2017 subfolder with my English 1301 folder. And how you would get the emails to your folder is very, very simple. You'll just click on the email and drag it to whatever folder that you would like it to be put into, and it automatically puts it in the folder. So it's very simple. To create an email, you would click on the little carrot top on the top by New, and then click on Email Message. And then notice that the email message will pop up here. You would just email the person that, or put in the email of the person that you would want to email. If it's a student, you'll need to contact the student and ask them for their student email so that you can send it. But the cool thing about Office 365 is that we created a global address book for you to use. So if you're trying to contact any employee, all you would have to do is type in their names. And I'm going to type in Ryan Franco. He is our network administrator. So I just start typing in Ryan and click on his name. And then of course I can add my subject, and I'll just put test here, and then put this is a test in the message box. If I wanted a blank carbon copy, notice that the blank carbon copy is here. I will just click on that, and it will allow you to enter an address for a blank carbon copy. Of course, you can add an attachment if you want. You would just click on send, and it will then send the email. Fairly easy. Like I said, it is like any other email system that you might use for the most part. I'm going to go ahead and click on this little square. This little square is kind of a quick navigation between all the different apps instead of having to go to the home page of Office 365. If you're within an app, you can navigate between the different apps by clicking on the little square on the left-hand corner. I will go ahead and go through the calendar app. The calendar app is really cool if you want to keep organized. Especially if maybe you're a president of a club or whatnot, and you want to create a calendar invite and invite all the members of your group. You can just double click on the date that you want to add the calendar event. You're going to fill out all this information, and we'll just put PTK meeting. Add a location. We'll put Dirks. Oops. Let's close that. Dirks 119. Forgot my S. And then of course you'll do the date and the time. Just fill out all the information. You can even put a note there for everybody. If you want to invite people to your calendar invite, you would just type in their name if it's an employee, or if it's a student, you would have to type in their email address right there. When you click send, the people, oh, the event is past due, so we need to change probably the time, and then click send. Of course, you can attach an attachment too if you need to. Click on send. Oh, okay, the date. Sorry, guys. So we'll say tonight. Hit send. Notice that it did put it on my calendar. I sent an invitation to Ryan Franco, so he should be getting an email with all the information in the email, and he can accept it or reject it, and I will get an email letting me know if he did accept it or if he did reject it. It will also be automatically put on his calendar. So it is a good way to keep organized. You can also share the calendar if you need to. If I wanted to share this calendar with a student, I would type in their email address, or an employee. I can just start typing in their name, and then I can share it with that person. You have all the control as far as the rights. So you would give the person edit rights. You can say that they only are able to view it. You give them the rights that you would like them to have. I will say full details, but I'll say edit, because I want to be able to edit. Then you can put the subject as I'd like to share my calendar with you, and then of course what calendar you want to share with them. So when you click send, the person will get an email saying that you shared your calendar with them. And they will also be able to see the calendar here under calendars, okay? So that is how you would share a calendar. Of course, you can view it by day, by work week, by week, or month. So however you would want to view it, you can do that. You can print your calendar here. Let's go ahead and go to another app. Your People app. Your People app is your global address, is where you will find your global address book. Under Directory, if you click on Staff Faculty List, you will find a list of all employees that are employed with CVC. You can search the people by typing in the name. I will type in Amador Ramirez. He is the IT director. So if I click enter, notice that it brings his information. I'll double click on his name. All his information is here. This is a good way to get contact information for your employees. Not only, for your faculty, but not only your faculty, but for any employee. If you are trying to contact somebody from the registrar's office, you know their name, but you don't know their email, you can type in their name here, or somebody from the business office, or even IT. And type in their name, and you'll get their email address, their phone number, their room address. It is a great way to contact any employee that you might need to get in contact with. You can also create your own contacts. So under Directory is where we've created your contacts as far as the employees. But your contacts would be your personal contacts. So this is a place where if you are working with a group of students, you can get their student email and be able to email them back and forth, but you would have to create a contact for them so that you're not constantly having to write down or type in their email. So you would click on Contact, and you would click on New Contact. You would fill all the information and click on Save, and then their contact information will be there. So that way all you have to do is type in their name, and you have their contacts information to go with it, so you're not constantly having to type in or trying to remember everybody's email addresses. So you can have your own personal contacts here. I'll go ahead and go to the OneDrive app. OneDrive is a very good app to use, especially if you are needing to work on documents on the go. OneDrive is very comparable to your My Documents. My Documents is a place that you store files, you organize files. The OneDrive is the exact same thing. It's a place where you can create folders and access your files. One big difference between your My Documents on your computer and your OneDrive is that your My Documents on your computer, you have to have your computer or your laptop in front of you in order to access those documents. Well, with the OneDrive, the cool thing is that you have access to your Office 365 account 365 days out of the year. So as long as you have internet connection, you can log on anywhere you're at, anywhere that you're at, and log into your account and access your documents. You can edit them anywhere in the world, and just sign out of your account, and you've done whatever you needed to do anywhere. So notice that I do have the files, I do have folders, and how you would create the folders is by clicking on New. It allows you to create a folder or documents within Office 365. You can also upload files. So if you already have files that are already on your computer or on a flash drive, you can click files or folder, whatever you'd like to upload. You can even upload it by the folder. Find the document, and it will upload it to your OneDrive as well. The cool thing about the OneDrive is not only that can you access it 365 days a year anywhere. I mean, if you go, for instance, if you go to spring break in Hawaii, and you're like, well, I know I have this paper that is due as soon as I get back, but I don't want to have to worry about carrying my laptop. I don't want to worry about carrying a flash drive and losing it. You can just, upload it onto your OneDrive. Go to your trip to Hawaii. Go to the hotel lobby when you're ready to work on your paper. Log onto one of their computers that they probably have in the lobby for you. Start working on your document. Sign out, and when you get home, the stuff that you did in Hawaii will still be there. You don't have to worry about carrying any flash drive or any laptop with you. Is automatically there. Another cool feature of OneDrive is that you're able to share documents. So, for instance, I have this document, math. So I'll click on the math and it takes me to the document. I do have to tell it what I wanted to edit before I can edit. So if I start typing, notice that there's nothing there. It's saying this document was open in read-only mode. I have to go to the edit document and tell Microsoft Office 365 where I want to edit. If I wanted to edit in the browser, which is where I'm at now, or if I wanted to edit in Word, which means it will pull up the desktop version. I'm going to go ahead and edit in the browser. So now you are able to edit. Notice on the very top here, it says saving. The good thing about Office 365 is that it's automatically saving the document for you. So there is no more, I'm going to, work on a document for 2 hours and I might have forgotten to save it and the electricity goes out, I just lost all my work. No, the cool thing about Office 365 is that it's constantly saving. If you're typing something, it's going to save it for you. Another cool feature is that you can share the document with others. So if an instructor gives you a team project, a lot of times you work on a team project and you don't even know the people you're working with because they might be on different sites, especially if it's a distance learning class. You might not even see the people, so all you know is their name and maybe their email address, and the instructor is saying y'all have to work on this project together or this paper together. So the cool thing about Office 365 is that one person can start the document and share the document with the group and start typing their name. And with OneDrive, it does have a global address book. So if you put Vanessa and then notice that it will bring up all the Vanessas. So you do have to make sure that you enter or you have the right person's email address. Notice how I scroll over Vanessa Gonzalez and it does give me Gonzalez2371 at study.coastalbend.edu. So be sure that you do have the right email address before sharing, because then you might be sharing with the wrong person. So I will say Vanessa Gonzalez, I'm going to share with you. I'm going to give Vanessa rights because remember, you in Office 365, you have all the control over your documents. So I can say I want her to be able to edit, or I only want her to be able to view it. So I say I only want her to view it. You can put a personal message. This is the document we need to work on together. And then you can share it. Once you hit share, Vanessa will get an email saying that Erica Castillo shared a document with you. Vanessa will click on that link and it will take her straight to this document that we have here. So there's no more you work on the paper and then when you're done you send it back to me, then I will work on it, then I'll send it back to you. There's no more need to do that, because the way Office 365 is that you work on the document on real time. So you are both on the document, you're both working on it together, y'all both have the most current version. The cool thing is if Vanessa was working on this document, I would see what she was doing and it would say Vanessa is typing and it would show me what Vanessa's typing. And if I was working on it and Vanessa was on it, she would see what I was doing because it would say Erica is typing, and then she'd be able to see what I'm doing. So it is a good way to work on projects as far as a team or even just a partner. You still have your menus the same as Word because you are working in Word on a Word document, but it's just in the browser in Office 365. So you still have the menu, it's still the same concept and everything. The only difference is, like I said, you can work from anywhere you have internet connection. You're able to share a document, and at any time you can stop sharing by clicking on share. Excuse me. By clicking on shared, you want to click shared with. It will tell you all the people that you have shared the document with. Let me actually close this and share the document with somebody so y'all can see what I mean. I am going to share this document with Ryan Franco, my network administrator, and I will let him edit and I will share it with him. So when I click on the share button again and I then click on shared with, you can see that I'm sharing it with Ryan Franco. I can then click on can edit and change if I want him to view only, or I can stop sharing. If I say I only want him to be able to view it, I don't want him to be able to edit, I can click on can view, save changes, and then he'll be able just to view the document. But if I say I don't want him to see it anymore, I can stop sharing, save changes, and then close. And if I click back on share, click what shared with, notice that he's no longer there. So he has no access to the document. So if you can stop sharing at any time. You can rename at any time by clicking on the little menu bar and just typing in the correct name there, math paper. Going back to your OneDrive, all you have to do is click on your name and it will take you back to all your documents and all your folders. Moving documents into folders is just like your My Documents. You would just click and drag. It's just is as easy as your My Documents. Shared with me, just like you can share documents with others, people can share documents with you as well. So if somebody shared a document with you, remember you will get a link to that document. Well, sometimes, you know, it goes to your email and sometimes it gets lost and you just, for whatever reason, accidentally deleted it or you just can't find it. If you can't find that email that has the document, you can click on the shared with me and it will list all the documents that have been shared with you. So this is just an easy way of finding documents that you can't find and you know that have been shared with you. Recycle bin is, you know, just like your recycle bin on your computer, you're able to restore files that you might have accidentally deleted. You would just click on the file and then click restore and it will restore it back to wherever it originally was. Okay, another quick tip is notice that there are 3 dots here right by the folder or the files. Every time you see 3 dots in Office 365, that's a way of telling you that there's a menu. So if you click on the 3 dots, a menu will drop down and you'll be able to just do quick things like, you know, you can share from here, you can delete, you can move to a different folder, you can rename. So just keep that in mind. Every time you see 3 dots, that means that there's a menu. Okay, so let's go to, of course, you have your Word, your Excel, your PowerPoint. The cool thing about this is, like I said, Microsoft Office 365 automatically saves your work, but it will automatically save the document too. So if I was to click on a Word document, notice it does open it up just like it would open it up on your desktop, and you say, I want a blank document. It automatically saved it to your OneDrive. So see, there's my document. If I click on my OneDrive, I should see my document. Let's see, maybe I need to refresh. There it is, a few seconds ago. So you can see that it automatically saved it. So I can rename it here, or I can, if I'm in the document, I can just click on it and just rename it here. And it will name it. And you just start typing like you would do any other document. You still have the ability to share here. Menu is still the same. So same concept. The only thing is that you are clicking on the app versus going to your OneDrive and opening up a new document. But it is the same thing, same concept. So the OneDrive, it's just a great way of keeping all your documents together, organized, and easy to access. So we have done the Word, the PowerPoint, the Excel, OneNote. OneNote is a very, very cool app to use. A great way to keep organized. If you're a note taker, you are going to love the OneNote. I use OneNote for work, actually. I may open up the OneNote. So notice on the OneNote it has a section for notebooks, and then right by it it says pages. And it is exactly what it says. It has your notebooks here, and then the pages within the notebook. So just like a spiral, you have a notebook, and within that spiral you have pages. So it is a great way to keep notes if you want to put for different classes. So if I had English 13, 01, and I wanted to create a notebook for each class that I'm taking, EDUC 1301, and it's just a great way to keep notes. So you can have a notebook for each class, and then within the notebook you have your pages. So if you want to say 1301, first day of class, I'm going to say 2/8/2017, and then I can start taking my notes for that class. Great way to keep organized, and just like your documents in your OneDrive, you can access this anywhere. So if you go on spring break, you know that come Monday you have this test that you have to study for, but you're going to Hawaii and you don't want to have to carry any papers with you. You can put your notes in OneNote, go to your hotel lobby, pop up your OneNote, or log into your account and then pop up OneNote, study for your exam, log out, and you're good to go come Monday. So it's easy access to all the notes that you take. Another cool feature is that Office 365 has apps for all of this. So even with your OneNote, if you want to download an app so where you just want to be able to take notes on your phone, you can download any of these apps onto your smart devices and access them there. I will say this, especially with OneNote, if you're going to be using it on a phone in class, excuse me, be sure you let your teacher know, because it might look like you're actually messaging and not paying attention, but in reality you're typing in your notes. That's how simple it is. You take out your smart devices, you can start typing your notes, or you can access your documents, you can access your email on your smart devices. Office 365 is very portable and is a very, very good system to use to keep organized. I would highly recommend that you go in there and play with all these different apps, and just see how much time saving it can actually be, and help you in getting organized for all your classes. I will also say, make sure if you're in a public atmosphere, whether you be in a hotel lobby, a library, a lab, that you sign out of your account, because if you don't sign out, the next person that logs in could have access to all your information, and we don't want that. So for security purposes, please be sure to log out of your account once you're complete by clicking on your name, sign out, and that will make sure that your account does get logged off of. But this is Office 365. I highly recommend going in and playing with it. Please, please, please check your email. Email is very important, especially if the college is going to be contacting you. They're going to be contacting you through your student email. So please check your email on a regular basis, because this is the way the college will be communicating with you. I am going to go back to the Coastal Bend College homepage and click on IT Services. Under IT Knowledge Base, there is a link that says Office 365 Web Training. This link will take you to Microsoft Training Center. And it is a good way to learn more about the apps if there's a specific app that I might not have gone over, or one that you just want more information. This is a good resource to go to and learn more about the different apps. And you would just click on the app, and it has different tutorials, just different instructions on how to use specific apps. Okay, well, this is Erica Castillo with IT Services. I hope you learned something. This is Office 365. We're very excited to, CBC is very excited to offer this to our students, especially because it's free. It's free to y'all guys. Being a CBC student, you have access to Office 365. We just want to get this out there so that you do know that you do have access. It's free to y'all. Because y'all are our CBC students. CBC has provided this for you. So have a great day.